Hello, everyone. Guess what day it is? It is Thursday. Well, actually, it is not just Thursday, it is Thanksgiving Thursday. And it's not only that, it is the first Thursday in May. May is beautiful because I'm getting closer to my season, which is summer. Yes, even though it's a bit cold right now. It is cold, but that is okay. It is okay. I'm breathing. Okay. I am breathing, but we are going into summer. Yes. So, welcome to another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, me, Verona Willis-Brown, as you can see right there. That's me, your host. Welcome. Welcome to May. Happy new month. We are going to go in some different kind of direction. But you know what we do here on the show? Uh, we go all over and we celebrate you. You see, if you have a story, if you have a book, if you have work, if you have work in progress, bring it on in here so we can inspire each other, so we can build together, so we can create together, so we can grow together, but most of all, so we can support each other. When we support each other, we define success in a different way. Because you see, success cannot be defined by one person. No, not at all. We need each other to define success. Because you see, if you turn the word success backwards, just the two first letter, it spells us. And that simply means you and I. So, welcome to another episode because tonight we have story from across the way, and you're gonna have a full heart of service from one of my sister, your sister, our sister, gonna share her heart story with us. Now, with that said, you know what we do here. If this is your first time tuning in, if this is your first time tuning in, this is the first time you see me, you're hearing me, you see this, you never seen here. You never been here. Now, if this is your first time, please let me know it is your first time by going in the comment section and type in, hello, it is my first time. I like to shout out first time people because first timers, they get special welcome, honey. Yes, they do. Now, if this is not your first time, you know that we welcome each other. Absolutely. And we want to welcome the first timers. So, first timers, we do have rules here. Yes, we do. One, two, three and a half, or maybe four rules. And they're very simple. They're very, very simple. For those who are returning, they know the rules. And so let us roll right into the rules. Rule number one, if you're watching me, if you're listening to me, then that's simply mean you might just be in the live audience. And the only reason why you will know that you're in the live audience if you're looking at the screen and you see the word live. Maybe in that corner or that corner, wherever you see it, it says live, simply mean you. Yes, you. You are in the live audience. And what do we do when we're in the live audience? We look for the share button and we click it and we share it and we invite someone else to come on in the live audience so we could feed them. Sharing alive is like sharing fresh food. Just come out of the oven or just coming off the stove. And you want to serve someone fresh food, even though sometimes leftovers do taste good. Yes. That's rule number one. Rule number two, grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, maybe it is a feather. And if it is a feather, you need some paint to dip it in. And when you dip it in, scribble, scrabble, yes, you do need to write. And you're going to need a notebook or a piece of paper. Now, if you don't have those, please use your devices. Yes. Why am I saying that? Because here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Writing is a relationship that you will build with your brain, your thoughts, and a piece of paper. You never know the result. It might just result in a book. I'm just saying. No, that's rule number two. No, rule number three is grab yourself something to drink. See, tonight I have my fancy glass. Yes. Grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, soda, popsicle, whatever. Whatever it is, grab it, grab yourself something to drink. And let me know again, what is it that you're drinking? Me, I do believe in miracles. So I always come with my water because Jesus is the best miracle worker, honey. Yes, let me tell you, he turned water into wine. So every time I come with my glass of water. Yes, I do. Because I believe. I have a belief system. Yes. So that's rule number three. Rule number four is if you need to go to the bathroom, go now, whether it is to the right or to the left. I hope there's no line. Please go now. Yes, go to the bathroom now. And then when you go to the bathroom, you're going to come right back. You're going to come to your seat. Your seat is reserved. Absolutely, it is reserved like the seat of life. Your name is stamped on it and no one can take it. I know. That is where your destiny lies. That's where your purpose lies. So no one can take your destiny away from you. So if you don't need to use the bathroom and you're sitting right here, just go back to the 3 rules ahead and do just that. First one is to share the live and invite somebody else in. Now, while we wait for those who went to the bathroom, let me welcome those who are in the audience because tonight we are going to have a grand opening of May. Yes. So let me welcome those who are in the audience. Again, if this is your first time, put it in the comment section so you get special welcome. Yes, we do get special welcome here. Absolutely. So I want to welcome Yasmin, my beautiful sister, all the way from the UK. Howdy over there in the UK. Yes, my sister from the UK is here. Yasmin, welcome back. And Cheryl, welcome back. And my other sister from the UK, Marianne, welcome back. Welcome. And I have Theta in the house. Welcome back. Yes, this is what we do. We welcome each other as we show up every single Thursday. Yes, and we have Paula Brown in the house. Welcome back, Paula. Welcome. This is what we do on Thursday. Yes, this is what we do on Thursday. It is great to see all of you here again because tonight is, of course, every night is special. But tonight, I like to call tonight very special. You know why tonight is special? We're in May. And in May, we celebrate so many things. First of all, it is Mental Health Month. Then it's Mother's Day. Then it's Child's Month. So it's like a combination, like a gumbo. Yes. So this is why tonight is very special. So I just thank each and every one of you for being here. Now, with that said, listen, again, those who are in the bathroom, you need to come out the bathroom now because if you are ready, audience, if you are ready, then you know what we do. Type in the comment section that you are ready so we can go into tonight's episode. I'll just wait for you to let me know that you're ready so I can be quiet and wait for our guests to come on in. In the meantime, let me sip some of my water. Let me know if you're ready, audience, so we can bring on the guests. Tap. I'm drinking my water because I don't told you. You never know. And if you've been here before, you know, possible, maybe, somehow, I believe my water I turned into wine already. But if you miss that, if you miss the fact that a miracle took place on this show, Tonight might just be the night. Because exactly, Paula, that's exactly what I'm drinking. I am drinking coconut water. And my coconut water might turn into wine cooler. Oh, wine cooler. Yes, it might just turn into something. Yes. So with that said, let me see what else everybody else is drinking. Oh, Maria, did I see Maria in the house? Welcome, Maria. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, welcome. Oh, as a matter of fact, I think Maria was the first one. No, she was not the first one. Anywho, let me stop talking as we welcome our guest for tonight. She is my sister, your sister, our sister. Ah, well, when you see her name, you will see. Yeah, all of that. Let me just stop talking and I welcome my sister to the screen. My sister Ivy! Wow, mix.
Oh
Welcome,
my God.
welcome. How are you doing truthfully?
I'm doing real good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I like it. You're supposed to do good because this is a good day to do good, and it's a good day to have a good day. Okay? And God is good. So if God is good, then you are good because you are in the image of God.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So now you will tell us where you're tuning in from and give us a little bit about who Ivy Mix is.
Yeah. Ivy Mix. Ivy Mix in the mix. That is it. That is it. That's how I go by. But I'm Ivy Mix, and truly, I always tell everybody Mix is my last name, and it's like, no, are you a DJ? Do you have albums? Are you a mixer? Do you do mixtapes? That's my husband's name. So I'm Ivy Mix, and I live in Colorado. And I'm so happy to be here. I don't even know what to say. The days I say I don't know what to say is like, no, you have something to say. I'm excited and I'm happy to be here. I am Ivy and I live in Colorado, and I work in a retirement community of 2,500 people in a very high end paying retirement community. And they did it that way because that community is a mini village. They've made it such that it has theaters, it has outdoor amphitheaters, it has cinema houses, it has a total of maybe 14 restaurants with world class chefs. They have over um, five gyms. They also have, I mean, you name it. When you say a mini town, that is where I work, and I've been there for the past 10 years, and I've filled many roles, obviously. And my main um, delight in there was to be in the diversity and inclusion and belonging, because that was the need of the hour. I live in Colorado with my husband and my daughter, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, I don't told you. See, I love this lady. She said Ivy in the mix, and she cleared that up. Okay, she cleared it up. She said that is her real name, just to let you know. I don't told you something different. That is what we do here in the Question Live show. Okay, something different. You never know what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them what it was. But that is it. The mix in the mix. Ivy in the mix.
Ivy in the mix. That's it.
Okay? Ivy in the mix. Yes, that is her real name. You heard her. She said
Mhm.
that correctly. That's her husband's name. So guess what? One day we might have to speak with the husband. But
Uh-huh.
that's another story. That's another episode, honey. Yes, that's a whole other episode. We're gonna have to speak to the husband. Like so, and I'm gonna touch on this little bit here because now, Sister Ivy, your husband's last name is Mix. Now, when you met your husband with that last name, what were your first thoughts?
How did you know?
Oh,
How did you know?
I
How,
I want to know. Audience, do you
how
want to
did
know?
you know that I had?
Audience, audience, y'all know what we do here. Audience, do you want to know? Because I want to know because I've been thinking, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
hmm,
Uh-huh.
her name is Ivy, but she met someone named Mix. Oh,
Uh-huh.
she just like, let me just marry those two, and it's gonna be Ivy Mix. Now, tell me about that.
So it wasn't like you're saying. It took a long time for me to change to the mix because the mix was number one, strange. And number two, it had this disco, those days, those days. I used to ask him, what kind of name is that? Once you change your name, so I didn't know whether to call myself, go by his first name. I said, I think your first name, he's called Sam. I said, I don't know which is better, whether Sam or Mix, which one? Ivy Sam. That's strange.
Hmm.
So, but do you know what happened? One day, this mighty God is a mighty God.
Tell
He
us, tell us,
said,
tell us.
I'm telling you, why don't you research that name? So one day, can you imagine? Long time, maybe after 15 years or so, then I asked him, I said, what? I didn't ask him because I wasn't using, I was going by my daddy's name, and then I started getting convicted, like, okay, he's your husband and he's proved himself. I mean, what else? So I asked him, I said, where did you come from by that name?
Mm-hmm.
Then he said that it was from France, and it is, can you believe it? That is why I took it. Now I'm carrying that name. I'm carrying that name on my head without, it says it's coming from the Archangel Michael. The name Michael that they were calling the person Michael, Mikus, 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 Mikosh, all the derivatives. Then they shortened it to Mix. Can you believe it? I said I want that name. I want that name. I'm telling you, oh God. Archangel Michael. That is where that name is coming from. It's coming from Mikush Mik. I'm telling you. So that is the angel sitting here. I am Ivy, the Archangel Michael in the mix. That is my name.
That's it.
You cannot believe it. It's not a disco name. It is a powerful name.
Oh, I should have got me some disco light or something. I should have got me some disco light just for tonight.
I'm telling you, it says it's
Isn't that something? So it's French, and then it's just like, no, we're just gonna shorten it, and it became mix. And it's like, oh, perfect.
That is it. That's how it came. That's how
Perfect.
and then I had all the documents and things, I said this is true.
And look at this now. It is so perfect that it is so simple and it's so perfect because now you only got 6 letters to your name.
Yeah.
6.
And you know why I also changed it? Because my dad's name and my name that I used to do the log on, it was about maybe 20 or 15 characters. It was too long. I said, yeah.
He went down and like, no, I'm gonna go from 15 to 6.
Yeah.
Just 6.
That's the truth.
I mean, 6 letters.
Yeah. And it's been a wonder name. I have so many people like they'll come out. Did you say Ivy Mix? It's like, is that so the attention of just that name. I said I'm telling you, I said, why didn't I take it all longer? But I don't know.
God got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I would sit every day like, so my name is Ivy Mix. And there's only 6 letters to my name.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike my big name that's gonna cross there, you know. Yeah, that's a long name that's gonna cross. They're like, okay, yeah, that's a lot. Yes. Well, with that said, audience, you see, I told you tonight. You see, every Thursday we show up, you just never know what's going to happen here on
Yeah.
Thursdays,
Yeah.
okay? I told you it was going to be something different. Something different was coming to you on this opening of May. It could have been maybe it is this, maybe it is that, maybe it's something, you know, you never know what May comes with. Excellent.
Yeah, and this Ivy Mix explanation, it came on first live on the Verona show. I've never said it anyway. First time live ever. Never said it
what
anyway.
We do.
First time.
That is what we do. We create first precious moment here on the Preston Live Show. Just to let y'all know, we create moments here. So you get celebrated more than once tonight. Look, I'm gonna have to raise my glass to you tonight. Cheers. My fancy glass. You see my fancy glass? My glass is real fancy.
Yeah.
See? I knew it was gonna be a difference. I had to take out my fancy glass today. I had to use my fancy glass tonight. Yes. Woo. All right, audience. See, I told you it is good to be in the live. I told you, because you never know what would happen in live. I mean, replay, you might catch something, but live is it. Live is it. No. Exactly, right? Exactly, Paul. It's like, this is your debut.
This is my debut.
That's it. I told you have to be in the live audience, people, because when you're in the live, you get this fresh. You're watching the replay, it's like, but you get it fresh right here. Good. Now, you mentioned a couple of things when you were introducing yourself. Woo! People, I told you, I come ready with my pen and my notebook because I try to write things down. I'm a writer. I write things down. I listen and I write things down. So let me gather my thoughts, because you mentioned a few things there. You got some roles to play. You see, we go by roles all the time. We mama, we wife, we sister, we friend. We got a lot of roles to play. Now you work in a retirement facility. I like the word retirement in so many different ways. What does retirement really, when you hear the word retirement, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Retirement means you've closed a certain chapter in your life. That is the meaning. And our place is called a community. It's not a retirement home. Retirement community where you finished living a certain life and you're now living another life. And trust me, it is a better life, because there were so many people living in their homes. They never had friends. Now we have a community where we have over 250 specialized groups. Some of them go hiking. That we have the snowboarding group. We have the dance group. We have the theater. We have 250. I cannot name it all here. So if you were living by yourself on a ranch, you did not have that. But the retirement is you did you hear what I said? You end a certain life to go and start another. You see, now some other people feel that retirement, your life is ended. No.
Yes.
This is coming now to live your life to the full. I am very interested in that. That's why I'm there. I am very interested in you stop a certain phase of your life that was not working.
Yes.
It's a better life. Are you getting me?
Yes.
That's it.
You see, that's like a new chapter. This is why I said in the beginning, like, it is May and I'm looking forward for my next season, which is summer. It's like moving from one season to the next season. It's turning the page of one chapter of a book to the next chapter. And I like that. I can just visualize the whole community, because it's not just like, oh, I retire. No, I'm home, just sitting here bored. What am I supposed to do now? You know, I can just visualize the whole thing like, hey, we here, we still going.
Yeah, yeah.
They got an attitude like, hey, we in a new chapter right now, please.
That is it. So we have people fighting to come into that community. The cheapest unit is rooms, not a house, is about $250,000 up to 1.5 million. We have a waiting list of always 300 people paid who have paid down payment. Your down payment before you're put on the waiting list, you must have put $250,000 down. Now people are forcing to come and live there. It is so important for me because as we go along, you find out another interest of mine, which is reverse aging.
Yeah.
You see, so when I work at a place where I see people fighting to come and start living lives they never lived, it means that you never retire. You can start a new life
Yes.
after a marriage, after a job change, after a health scare, anything. You have to program that from this point, I've stopped. I'm going to live something more rejuvenating. It is possible.
Anything is possible. And look, you let me thinking about, oh, I might have to come live there. Like
That is it.
it sounds very welcome, very welcoming.
Mhm.
So welcoming.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Now, people, if you're watching this and you're almost at the retirement age, and you know you have $250,000 to put down and an apartment, Sister Ivy's right here.
So now the lesson is you don't have to move to an apartment. You could have been living in your house and adopted that life. Why
Oh,
did you have to come and live here to know you can live that life? You
there you
see,
go.
you can generate it. Like now you're in a room. Look at the way you're networking with us.
You're
Are
right.
you getting me? You
Yes.
can make friends. You can join groups, you know.
Yes.
So they don't have that motivation, but we can do it privately. You can do it from the comfort of your home.
Hmm.
You can have friends all over the world. You can travel. You can join groups. Yeah, yeah.
So make use of your time now, people.
Mhm.
Don't wait for retirement, okay? Don't wait for that 62 or 65 or whatever the age is. Live your life when? Now. Create stream of income and live your life now. Create moments and live your life now. And let me tell you, it's not money that's going to make you happy, honey. It is you and your mindset that's going to create your happiness. It is you and your mindset that's going to create the life that you so deserve to have. And that is now, now, now. Find ways to do this. Find ways. Listen, your story might not be the same story as Miss Ivy right here. You know, Sister Ivy's story is her story. But I'm going to tell you something. We all got a story. So build up your story, get it
Mhm.
together, and find a way to deposit it up on this earth. Because the earth needs stories.
Mhm.
And stories is what will replenish the earth. Stories what will uplift humanity. So we do need story. And this is another reason why I encourage you to come on every single time with your pen in hand and your notebook ready. Because here we take notes. Take notes, and you never know where your notes going to end up. Hey, we look forward. Now, as you play that role in the retirement community. Now, audience, this sister right here, she serves with her heart. And we must have that intention all the time to service from her heart. Let us have a clean heart that when we service, we are replenishing the earth. I'm going to pause for a second because I want to show. Uh-huh. I want to show something because she's going to talk about it. But I want to show some pictures first. That's one. That is two, three, four. I just put up four pictures on the screen. So let me go back to number one right here. Sister Ivy, talk to us about
Yeah.
that picture.
Yeah. So another interest I have is children who have um, birth defects. A birth defect could be a brain injury, it could be spina bifida, it could be the children born with Down syndrome, it could be just malformations. So there are some children also who are born paralyzed, their limbs from their waist down, it's not there. Some of them do not even have limbs. So in Africa, and mostly I'll deal in Africa because here, because we are very developed, they cater for them in a different way. Now in Africa, catering for them is not easy. So I took that interest upon myself for a number of reasons. The first reason was the family. You know, when a family has that child, that family loses happiness and loses love. It is a strain on the mother, the father, and then the other children, because most of the time the other children have to look after that disabled child. Now, the families do not have any life to live. Mama and papa cannot do anything because you have to feed this child, change this child, even if that child is 20 years old. That's how they're going to be. That's sad. And then also in Africa, because of the health challenges these children have, some of them do not have full kidneys. Some of them, you know, they're so deformed. So their medical bills are extensive. So you have them being given for adoption or being left on the street somewhere, you know, out of desperation, you know. And then another reason is they're not easy to care for. Some of them, 3 people have to carry them. I think I sent you one tape where you cannot, about as one of them, 4 people have to dress her up. You see what I mean? So it's not easy. Now, the fourth reason is these children do not have long to live. These children with these medical conditions, they live anywhere between the ages of first day of birth. The maximum life they give them is 25 years. Now, we have people who bridge it. There are some people who have some who live longer in between. I know one guy who is about 48 or something, and he's heavily deformed, but he made it through. But most people cannot make it to that age. I mean, when we're talking of percentages, we're talking about 90% of them die early. So the hastiness of us taking care of them is eminent. They are not like us who have 100 years to live.
Yeah.
They don't have it. So
Yeah.
their lives have to be meaningful. Now, because they don't have wheelchairs and a way of carrying, they're always kept in the room. Or some of them crawl on their chest. Some of them crawl on their butt. If you see the pictures of bed sores, wound sores, gravel sores, it's sad. So I
Yeah.
said, the least I can do, if I can give them chairs that can take them from one place to the other, and then
Absolutely.
remove the burden of the caretakers having to carry 4 people, have to carry one person. It's not a lie. You have live pictures.
Yes, I'm going to show
There
the
are even
video.
worse pictures which are not human enough for me to put here. I have to
Yes.
preserve
Yes.
human dignity. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So I have those ones. I cannot even look at it myself. So now the urgency is to make them live a better life. Those chairs, look, when they get those chairs, it's like somebody has bought a Mercedes Benz. If you see how they decorate, the chairs are like somebody has bought a car, the equivalent of not even an ordinary car. They'll be thinking like it's a Bentley.
Right.
You
Right.
see the way we
Right.
are living to buy the very posh car. They've been
Yes.
dragging on their butts, praying for a wheelchair. How much
Yes.
is a wheelchair?
Yes.
How much is a wheelchair? I told myself, if it's only that, to move them to mobility.
Yes. Yes.
Because the first thing God gave us is God moved upon the face of the waters. God moves mobility. I'll give them
Absolutely.
mobility. I'll give
Absolutely.
them mobility. God moved. God moved. God moved.
Yes, He
God
did.
moves. He gives mobility is a function of deity, of God. So I said I'll give them mobility. So I started gathering those chairs. So that's what you've seen. So some of them I start doing it. So I'll pack them up one at a time in the garage, obviously. If you are waiting to do good and you're waiting to get 20 million before you start, these children will die. So one chair at a time.
Yes.
I'll be collecting, like I'm talking to you now, I have one in my garage I'm going to add. Then I'll add them, then there'll be 40, 50, then I'll shift them to them. So that's the story of the chairs you see.
And how do you get donation for those chairs?
I buy them myself. I've never had any donation from
Okay.
anybody. I collect them myself. I buy some. I get some too from people, the rehabilitation centers. When people had stroke and they've started walking and they are
Yes.
giving up those chairs, when people are well and they don't need them anymore, then
Yeah.
I get those chairs. But I haven't had a dollar, so that's how I came to join this organization, because somebody told me, says, Ivy, you're doing this thing by yourself, and this company will be having money. So when you have the heart, God will make a way. So I'd already
Yes.
started this.
Yes.
So if you want to start a soup kitchen, you start by cooking a plate of food and sharing it with somebody else. You don't need to,
Absolutely.
so you get that 1 million. That 1 million, we don't know when it's going to come.
Yes.
So right now, I have those shares, and anytime I gather 20 to 40, I just get a shipper and I pay them and they ship it for me.
Mm. See, people, I want you to understand, because I want you to listen very closely to our sister here. Time is of the essence.
Mm-hmm.
And each moment, each day
Mm-hmm.
is brand new. Brand new. Anything that you so desire to do, anything that you dream of doing, this is your moment. And it's not about having the amount of money to do
Mm-hmm.
it. When you have a heart to service people,
Mm-hmm.
the money will come.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts from the heart first. A heart of service can do millions of things. A heart of service can open doors, can give mobility to somebody. A heart of service is all it takes. Heart of service, humility. You don't got to go and say, oh, I need $10,000 to donate to this and we need that and that. No. If every last one of us come together with a healthy heart and a heart to service, humanity will be better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Humanity will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Corruption going to be there, but when we come together, because good will always outweigh the bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if we search our heart and come together with a serving heart, with a heart to service, mark my word, the amount of potential that's out there that will come to fruition, oh, it will be unlimited. It will be very much unlimited. Now, at what point, because I know you're doing this great, and we're going to show the videos very soon, when did you realize that you need to do something? Because this is a need. It's not just like, I want to help this man or I want to help this boy. At what point in your life did you realize, like, oh my God, I gotta do something? At what point?
Yeah, I had a friend of mine had sent me a video of one of these children who did not have the lower part, and he was moving on his butt
Mm-hmm.
in the streets of Africa, dusty, and people were walking past him. Some were just, like he wasn't there. Can you imagine like your chicken walking through a busy market, a New York street,
Mm-hmm.
so somebody can spit on you. Then
Mm-hmm.
he he went to sit somewhere, and then somebody gave him a chair to sit on, and he didn't know how to sit on it, because then I said, it means he's never had a chair to sit on. Can you imagine? So that thought struck me. So I have I like this show. I don't know, but I also have another interest I have, where I had people who always had needs. Ivy, I need money. Ivy, my money is finished. So what I started doing was, I'll gather bags of clothes. I'll
Yeah.
gather bags of anything in the house. We have these Amazon bags that are about this high, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll pack it with anything, shoes, clothes, spoons. Then I'll say, you know what? When you sell that bag, if you get $20, you use it to start another business. So it was like you don't give them free, but then they started like being very very like entrepreneurial. So at a time I'll send 10 bags. So I have another criteria for these women that they will join it. So I was on my way to ship those bags when I saw a wheelchair at the point of a shipment of those bags.
Yeah.
So I was on another mission.
Oh,
Then I asked the
oh,
guy, I said, so do you ship wheelchairs too? He said, yes. I said, then it struck me that it could work, because I could find the wheelchairs and they could take them to these children for me.
yes.
So that is how it has looked. If I tell you how it has looked and looked, it has even reached Pakistan now. If I it's even getting out of my hands.
You see, I love when God see our heart, right? Because when God drops something, God drop it and God see how you will handle just that small thing.
Mhm.
And then when you handle that small thing faithfully, consistently, confidently, determined, he will expand it. But I'm telling you, when he expand it, you are not by yourself. Because the more he expand it, is the more he will provide support for you.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is not for you.
Mhm.
The mission is not for you.
Mhm.
The mission is his. You are just a vessel.
Yeah.
So once he said you are the vessel to bring forth this mission, he's going to make provision. Because one thing about God, he makes provision first. He makes provision first. And then he said, oh, I need a vessel. There goes little Ivy over there. I'm just going to put her in the mix of this. Why? He read your heart. He read the language of your heart. He's like, oh, no, yeah, he read your heart. And he picked you out of how many billions of people here? He picked you. Guess what happened? We talk about this. He sees you. And he picked you. And nothing that you will be doing that's regarding God's work to you will go in vain.
Okay.
Nothing. At least one child, one adult, one person will move from point A to point B.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because why? You're obedient. Obedience is the key. Obedience will bring you good health. Obedience will bring good health around you and your space. So I've taken this time just for a moment to just celebrate Sister Ivy. I want to celebrate you as a sister in the sisterhood. I want to celebrate you for what you are doing based on what God handed over to you to do. I want to celebrate you and your dedication. You see, everyone needs someone. That's the reason why God didn't create one person. Everyone needs someone. And those children in Africa sitting there, and just the fact that you did just a little thing for them. For us, we take so many things for granted. Like, honestly, we take things for granted. And when we take things for granted, the very least of the thing that you hand to these children, or even adults, is the biggest thing for them. I tell you, one of the best things that we can wear when we serve from the heart, and the best thing we can hand over when we serve from the heart, is to put a smile on somebody's face. Is to put a smile on somebody's face. Let us learn to serve with a willing heart. Let us learn to serve. Now, with that said, I am going to show, audience, I am going to show the video. Now, we have good heart. So I don't like to say if you have a weak heart, that you heard Sister Ivy said it, that some of the videos she couldn't share because it is heart-rending. And it is heart-rending because when you look at what is in society right now, and some have this and some got this, it is heart-rending. But God is your strength. So audience, we are going to show the video to some of the work that she's doing in Africa. Okay. Okay, that is one.
Yeah,
142. Now please come. 141. Please come on.
Our doctors are on ground. Do you want them to check them? Sir, thank you for bringing them. Our doctors are on ground.
181. 182.
I have another video, but before I go to the other video, okay, let's take a moment and breathe, everyone. Let's take a moment and breathe, because I have 2 more videos that I want to show of what is happening as well. So let's take a moment and we are going to breathe on this. Life is life, and we have to live it as we get it. Some are born with disadvantage and some are born in advantage. Whatever your life journey is, take moment to celebrate yourself. Take moment to celebrate each other. It is kind to be kind. And it doesn't take much to be kind to another individual. It doesn't take much. Sis Ivy, I see that those 2 videos, because I have 2 more, those 2 videos, I realized that you had, I guess that's a facility that they were getting care. So you have a team that you're working with in Africa? Excellent. That is the main thing. And I told you before that you're not alone. You're not alone. What God provides for you, what God gave you as a vision, the provision is already there. The provision is already there. So now this is a moment you could sip something. You could take a time to sip something. I am going to show you 2 more videos. There are 2 more videos coming up. And I'm going to leave one of them for the last, because this one, oh no, not this one, I'm sorry. No, 1 more video coming up. This.
Say your name, say I am special. My name is Olajumoke and I am your friend. Right? So you mention your name. My name is Olajumoke, so I'll say Olajumoke is very special. What is your name? What is your name? Fumi is very special. Can you give a round of applause for Fumi? Who else is special here? Who else is special? Abiba is very special. A round of applause for Abiba. You are all so special. One more person.
Abi.
Abe is very special.
We're
So
special.
yeah, so that
Awesome.
is my daughter. She's called Rima, and she is the um facilitate. It's not. I said facilitator. She carries my dream. She carries my heart. You see what I mean? She the children. If you realize everywhere they are, there's music because the only
Yes.
two emotions they have. They
Yes.
have laughter, joy, and they like dancing. That is that they don't know pain. So
Right.
the only thing that sustains them is joy. So they're always laughing. So you need a light-hearted person that does not mind being foolish, being playful. So Rima is that one. She's always going to touch because you have to communicate with them in their level. Are you getting me? So
Yeah.
God gave me that, and that is the most touching thing to me. So when she calls me and she tells me, they call me Mama Ivy. So that Mama Ivy is coming from there. It's like when she said, "Oh, one of your kids passed," I said, "Was she laughing? Was she dancing?"
Yes.
That is the only. So if that's all we could do for those children, make
Yeah.
them happy, make them dance. That's all we are doing. So the function they were having, they were doing it to show me all my chairs. You know, most of the time they'll do something. They'll say, "Ivy, we were doing this for you to see." Many, they'll do it when they are giving them a shower, like, just making it interactive for me, like your mom, like they show you what your children are doing on the daycare. So every
Yes.
time there's something, they say, "Mom, see all your chairs," because all those chairs with the drive, they're coming from me. So they'll see all your chairs. You cannot believe it. You cannot believe it. See all your chairs that you've been sending. So anytime I see them being carried, I
Yeah.
cry. It's sad for me. There's not a day I don't feel sad.
Yeah.
So um, that's it.
Because crying, tears are our language. Tears are the language that we relate with each other.
Mhm.
God understands each tear before it even formed. He know when we're gonna cry. We cry when different emotions.
Mhm.
And we cry out of sadness, we cry out of happiness, we cry. So it is just basically our language, our inside language that's got to flow. It is what replenish the earth, because I'm going to keep on using this word, that we replenish in the earth. And it is our tears that flourish the earth. If we don't cry, it's like if you don't water the plant won't grow. Right there at that facility, I watch that you said your daughter, and I watch how compassionate she is, and I could feel her going towards each child. There's something about, and for those of you who are familiar with me, there's something that I do every day, and it's called affirmation. I use affirmation all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
Mhm.
There's a power behind doing affirmation, because affirmation is basically telling you who you are already. It's just for you to speak it out. And there's a powerful term. There's only two words, and it's I am. I am. Anything that you say behind the am, that is what you're defining yourself as. That's what you're validating yourself as. So as we go through life, we must use most positive things. What are the things look negative? There's always positive way to do things. So every single time that you are saying I am, you are just reaffirming who God says you are. And you're using that to just validate that. No one can validate you but God. And we're in the image of God. So when you say I am, and I listen to your daughter, and she's going to each one, and she said, I am enough.
Yeah, yeah. I'm special.
I am special.
Yeah, yeah.
I am beautiful. Because you see, when we say these words, if those are the last words that I say, I validate what God created. I validate what God created. And if that was the last day that she would see one of those students, they would go home validating who God created them to be. Audience, please use affirmation every day. Find positive affirmation every day. Find them, create them for yourself, listen to them. Let them wake up your consciousness. We got to come to a place of consciousness. Now, when we come to a place of consciousness, we will know our purpose. So many people die and they don't know their purpose. The grave is so filled with potential, with people just sit there with their gifts and their talents, and they just never reach their purpose. They never discover what it is. They never reach that place of destiny to know what it is that they were created for. And you, Sister Ivy, it is not questionable that you already know why you were created. It is not questionable here that I could ask, do you know why you were created? But audience, I ask you this question, each and every one of you that's on this show, whether you will see me or hear me live or not, ask yourself this question every day. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Because when you discover your true purpose, because we as creation of God, we got one sole purpose, and that is to serve each other. But individually, we have a purpose or two. So audience, I encourage you every day, if you have not yet discovered your purpose, ask that question every day. And I'm telling you, God will answer you. He will answer you. Take a moment and ask, who am I? I remember many years back, I was in undergrad and I heard the teacher gave a paper to write, and the question was, who am I? Who am I? And it took me a while to answer that question. And I wrote every title there was. I'm the mother, I'm the sister, I'm this, I'm a friend. No. But the title is not who we are. Whether we become doctors, lawyer, whatever. That's not who we are. Those are just titles. When we search and discover our authentic self, then we will know who we are. And we will marry that purpose. And we will live out our destiny. That if today is your last day, you will know that you reached that road. That very road called destiny. Your purpose, audience, is waiting for you. It is waving, it is calling you. When will you get to it if you have not done so yet? When will you get to it? Now here is only Sister Ivy's story. This is her story. What is your story? Audience, what is your story? Now, we are rolling down in the episode. And if you have question, audience, you know what we do every week. If you have question, of course, please put them in that chat. Put them in the comment section if you have question. We take your question, we answer them. Well, if it's a question for me, no, this question is not for me. This question will go for our Sister Ivy. If you have question, we are going to go and we are going to ask question if you do have them. But I want to take this moment to expand my heart to you, Sister Ivy. I want to expand my heart. I want to open the door of my heart to what you are doing, because when we hear the word disability, it gives us a negative connotation. But there's nothing negative about disability, because at the end of the day, each person got something to work on. Each person. There's nothing negative about it. There's something that you have to choose to work on. So when these children are born, they're born with a pace slower than I am, slower than Sister Ivy, slower than Theta, slower than Yasmin. Well, that's what makes us beautiful. That's what makes us special. Because we can't all go at the same pace. But Sister Ivy mentioned something earlier, and I want to go back and retract that. That she questioned that when one of them passed away, she questioned, was that one person happy? Was that one person content? Did they die with a smile on their face? Audience, our job, our responsibility. We don't make people happy, but we add to their happiness. And I mentioned earlier, the best gift we can give to someone is to put a smile on their face. That is our responsibility. As mothers, we're in the month where we celebrate Mother's Day. We're in Child's Month, and we're in mental health at the same time. Three in one. Mothers, checking on your children. Family members, checking on your family. Friends, checking on your good friends. You have single mothers out there trying to make it, checking on them. Don't assume that everybody is okay. Checking on your good friends. And when you're checking on your good friends, it will show that you care. Kindness is a kind thing to do. It's a kind thing to do. So, audience, as we wind down this episode, I might have to bring Sister Ivy back. I'm just saying. As we wind down this episode, I want to give you this moment, Sister Ivy, to just give a message, just to the audience. Give a message to the audience so we could know what is coming from your heart, the language that is carved out on your heart. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's amazing, everybody. I've been overwhelmed myself, so I've been able to greet on the chat. But love is a language of action. And then love is an extension of yourself. You don't have to wait till you're a millionaire or till you have before you can give somebody else. And like Sister Verona said, these children, if you watch all the videos, they are different occasions, because every occasion we saw them new clothes, and it's they wear, you see the and every occasion there's a different dressing they're wearing, so you know that this is a different one. You can see them happy at every time. We can make them happy. And I've been doing this all by myself. I didn't know I could call somebody. I didn't know. I have people saying, why didn't you let anybody help you? I didn't have that consciousness. The consciousness that I had was the urgency. These children need help, and I have what it takes to help them. Like I said, it's expanded so far. If I tell you, I have another group in Pakistan. They are not sick children. They are a different kind of children. If you see, I would share all that is happening with them. And like Verona said, it's Mother's Day. You cannot believe I did that. I bought a whole village, and not in my country for you to say that, oh, it's my country. No, I do these things not based on any, like I said, I deal a lot with diversity. Every mother in that village that did not have a child, that is over 60, we bought them clothes and Mother's Day gifts and gave them money. We just finished that this Saturday. Big program in a village of over 500. You can do anything. Let me tell you something. It's so accepted. Here we are saturated with excesses. you can always look somewhere. And doing something good does not always mean giving. At times, just a wish. At times, just crying. At times, when I see these pictures, I weep. I'll be crying. I'll be crying. Breaks my heart. Like when she was showing it now, I was crying. That is an act that touches God's heart because you are moved with compassion. Jesus was moved with compassion. That's why he had so many miracles. So in this season of miracles happening in our lives, let our hearts be touched with anything, whether it's joy, whether it's the laughter from our friends. Like I'm seeing my friends on this chat. That is my miracle. Thank you, Sister Verona.
Yeah. Love is a language of action. And it doesn't take a lot. This is a moment, audience. Again, if you're watching me on live or you will watch this on replay, you can easily go inside of your house, wherever you live. You got shelter over your head. You got a family. Wherever you are, you can easily go inside of your quarters, wherever your abiding place. And right now, you have excess amount of something. In this very moment, when you get off from watching me, you can have a look around your house, whether it's 1 bedroom, 2 whatever the amount of room you have. You can look around your space and you have excess amount of something. It is kind to be kind. As we pause this episode, because nothing is finished, we just pause. As we pause this episode, I want to take a moment, not from my lips, but from my heart, to thank you, Sister Ivy, for showing up with this passion, with this vision. And we have to come to a place of consciousness that when we have a vision to move with, we are not alone. And when we ask for help, it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. If you need help, one way or the other, do not hesitate to ask. And Sister Ivy, I speak to you that this is a mission and it is a vision combined together. Do not carry this by yourself. Where there's help, there's always help needed. Reach out and let people know that you need help. And if someone needs to help you, how can they get in touch with you? Because we need to know how can they get in touch with you if they need to help you. Because sometimes we don't want to ask, but sometimes somebody wants to help us. So get in touch with her. You see her name right there. It's very easy. If we mention it's only 6 letters, you can't miss it. Ivy Mix. You can't miss it. So if you came in at the end, you missed it, the funny part of it. So it's only 6 letters. You can't miss her. Okay? You cannot miss her. Oh, I think we have a question coming in. Does Miss Ivy accept clothes that are very Sister Ivy, opponent is asking if you accept clothes.
Okay. I was trying to show I don't know if it can be seen, it cannot be seen through
the screen, the thing screen. Is
yeah. So I would put it on the chat. I have these bags I buy from Amazon. The time I was buying them, they used to be $20. They are like the camping bag. Mm-hmm. So they have a stretch and they can pack. So usually you pack anything in your house that you don't want, not anything that's going to leak or anything that's going to break.
Yeah.
So we pack them and then we ship them. Now with the clothes that she's talking about in good, whether they're in good condition or in not good condition, they have a place. We have some women who have children and they don't have a means of taking care of them. We pack those bags and we ask them to sell it. Some of them have sold those things in the bags and they've been able to send their children to school and all that. It gives them something to do and it makes them industrious. So we go for that. But the children in this place where they are being looked after, I always prefer to buy them. We have the African cloth that comes in 6 yards so that they have a certain texture for the cotton.
Yes.
Because Africa is hot, and we have a way to sew them to fit everybody's body because it's like loose. You see, like the lounging, we sew it in the lounge style.
Yes.
So that it's easy to put on for them. And I have been reprimanded by many people about wanting help. So now I'm thinking of ways we can help. And I want my next shipment to be diapers. You know what I mean? Because diapers. Diapers, undergarments, incontinent material. So my next shipment, right now, my shipment is going to be shipped this week. That has beds and wheelchairs and all that. But I've promised myself that my next shipment is going to be incontinent products. So that will need, like, if you can buy a carton of zinc ointment, the things that we put on their butts.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you never know that there were people that are still babies.
Yes.
We have to put like the gold bond powder and then incontinent products. So that's what I want to concentrate on my next shipment. So with that, I think it's easy for everybody to pitch in.
Okay, so what are some of the products you're referring to? So
like the adult the incontinent you buy, we have 3 sizes that we buy. The small is the the briefs.
Yes.
We buy the pull-ups and the ones with the tabs because there are some that needs the tab. The diaper with the tab.
Yes, I know. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we buy the adult ones, but we buy extra small, medium, large. There's only one other place that has a really big guy, but I don't think he's even incontinent. But the small, extra small, and then the cloth chucks. The chucks, the bed pads.
Okay. Yes.
The bed pads. So this time we're going to go incontinent, and it's going to be us. I'm telling you, they will do a show. I wish I had met you earlier because this container is going to be packed on Saturday. We would have added these things because you know what? They are going to have a big, like a show.
So we could do a live on Saturday.
I don't know. I should have. You didn't tell me, Verona.
We gonna start having another session.
We would have packed boxes, and then you would have seen them. And Rima, my daughter, would mention your name. She's called Yasmin. Say Yasmin. Say, and she's just. God always have somebody for somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what I want to do. If I had known earlier, we would have done a bank. We would have sent them stuff, incontinent stuff. I really want to send them incontinent stuff.
Okay, so audience, you heard the list of the things that Sister Ivy is mentioning here.
Mm-hmm.
So again, how can they get in touch with you if they need to contribute?
My name is
makes we see that.
I don't know. I haven't made Yasmin, forgive me. I said, look, I haven't made provision for anybody because it's like it's me.
Yes.
So I've never thought of adding anybody. It's my husband.
Okay, guess what? No, we family.
Yeah. Oh no, you would enjoy. Let me tell you something. You would enjoy it. The way I feel when I have to go to town to buy them stuff, you will feel that way, And it's not much. It's not like you're breaking the bank to do it. It's like, oh my God, just a box of incontinent products for them,
Yes.
so
See, so you're not, I told you, you're not by yourself. You're
thank
not
you.
alone.
I would love for you. I wish I had got you on these Pakistani women. Can you imagine? They all came from the village singing "Thank you, Mom Ivy," and oh God, it's a blessing. There are people who cannot eat. I'm
Yes.
telling you, at times that you have to send them money and they'll cook them a big pot of food and they'll be sharing it among them. And you'll be thinking, look at all the food I've thrown away.
Yeah.
And it was only $50 to feed over 100 people.
There you go.
Imagine.
There you go.
I'll send you the pictures.
Yes. 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 So, audience, you hear it right here. Of course, you see her name, 6 letters. Just in case you need to find her, it is very easy to find her. And if you can't find her, just get in touch with me and I'll get in touch with her and you let us know. Because Sister Ivy will no longer do this by herself. We are not fans. There's no fans of the show. We are family. And together we stand together, because together we will grow. Together we will be stronger. Together we will make successful stories.
Are you looking at your phone? Check your phone. I sent you the pictures.
Send me? Okay, there.
The bags.
I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So come on in, audience, and you go right ahead and you are going to let Sister Ivy know that she is family. And you are family. So as we wind down this episode, I want to thank each and every one of you who decide to show up. I said this over and over, that when you show up, you're not showing up for yourself. You are showing up for your family. You are showing up for your community. You are showing up for generations to come. So as we go forth, we are going forth with the intention to lift up humanity. And to lift up humanity, it just takes one act of kindness. One. So go out there and be kind to yourself first, and then be kind to somebody else. That is how we will move this earth. That is how we will shake up this earth. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Paulette, Yasmin, Theda, Dr. Patience, Marianne, Cheryl, Maria. Thank you for showing up on this opening of May. Yes. May your days be bright and merry as you put a smile on somebody's face. Oh, and Ras. Okay, Ras was number 1. I didn't see you up there. Ras was number 1. May your days be bright and merry, and may you add sunshine to somebody else's face. Thank you, audience, for being here on this opening of the Question Live Show with your host, me, Verona Willis-Brown, and our sister guest, Sister Ivy Mix. Listen, we might bring her back, okay? Just let us know. We could bring her back. Yes, we can. Y'all know what we do. We could bring her back. So again, thank you for all being here, Sister Ivy. Thank you so much for being a guest. And of course, I mentioned it that we might have to bring it back. I don't want to say it out loud. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. So again, thank you so much for gracing us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. Audience, don't forget, just add a smile to somebody else's face. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take $1 million, but it's going to look like it's $1 million smile when you do just one act of kindness. Thank you for being here.